In January 2026, global attention shifted north to a frozen island of just 56,000 people. Greenland entered high-level security discussions at Davos, not as a real estate proposal, but as a geometry problem. Because in modern warfare, distance is measured in minutes. In the age of hypersonic missiles, space surveillance, and compressed missile warning times, the Arctic is no longer a distant buffer. It is a corridor. For more than 4,000 years, this land has been a migration experiment. From the arrival of Paleo-Inuit hunters to the settlements established by Erik the Red in 982 AD, Greenland has rewarded adaptation and exposed miscalculation. Medieval traders came for walrus ivory. World War strategists came for weather intelligence. Cold War planners came for radar and early warning systems. Today, Greenland sits at the intersection of missile arcs, submarine monitoring routes, rare earth supply chains, and emerging Arctic shipping lanes. It is not a peripheral territory. It is a structural hinge between North America, Europe, and the Arctic Ocean. This is the story of how a land once marketed as green became one of the most strategically significant points on the modern map. Greenland's human story begins long before Europe knew it existed. Archaeological evidence shows that Paleo-Inuit groups migrated from Arctic North America into Greenland around 2500 BCE. These early cultures, including what researchers classify as the Sakak culture, survived in one of the harshest environments on Earth. They relied on seal hunting, coastal fishing, seasonal movement, ice edge survival strategies. Greenland's interior is covered by an ice sheet that makes inland settlement nearly impossible. Almost all habitation developed along narrow coastal margins. Over time, the Sakak culture disappeared. Later, the Dorset culture emerged and persisted for centuries. Their disappearance is generally linked to environmental pressures and climatic fluctuation. By the 13th century, the Thule people, ancestors of modern Inuit Greenlanders, migrated eastward from Alaska and Arctic Canada. The Thule introduced advanced maritime hunting methods, dog sled transportation, and larger skin boats. These innovations provided greater mobility and resilience in Arctic conditions. Modern Greenland's Inuit communities trace their heritage to the Thule migration. From the beginning, Greenland demanded adaptation. In 982 CE, Erik the Red arrived after exile from Iceland. He named the land Greenland. Two major Norse settlements developed along the southwestern coast: the Eastern Settlement and the Western Settlement. Archaeological evidence reveals farm structures, livestock pens. The Norse economy relied on farming and maritime trade. Walrus ivory became a key export. In medieval Europe, ivory was used in religious carvings and luxury objects. Greenland supplied a meaningful portion of that trade. For nearly 4 centuries, the settlements survived. By the late 14th and early 15th centuries, they disappeared. Evidence points to several overlapping factors: the onset of the Little Ice Age, declining agricultural productivity, reduced demand for walrus ivory, isolation from Norwegian trade networks. The settlements appear to have declined gradually. Greenland did not defeat the Norse. Climate and economics did. In 1721, missionary Hans Egede arrived under Danish authority. He sought the lost Norse Christians. Instead, he encountered Inuit communities. Greenland gradually became integrated into the Kingdom of Denmark. Denmark established trade monopolies, administrative governance, limited foreign access. In 1953, Greenland's colonial status ended when it became an official county of Denmark. In 1979, Greenland gained home rule. In 2009, the Self-Government Act expanded autonomy, granting Greenland authority over many internal affairs, including natural resource development. Foreign policy and defense remain under Danish control. World War II transformed Greenland's role. After Denmark was occupied by Germany, Greenland's administration aligned with the United States for security purposes. Greenland's meteorological data became vital for Allied operations in the North Atlantic. Arctic weather forecasting influenced convoy routes, naval planning, and air missions. For the first time, Greenland's geography entered global military calculation. In 1951, Denmark and the United States signed a defense agreement permitting American military installations in Greenland. This agreement remains the legal foundation for U.S. presence today. Under this framework, Thule Air Base was developed. In 2023, it was renamed Pitufik Space Base. The agreement authorizes facilities necessary for the defense of Greenland and the North Atlantic region. That Cold War treaty still shapes modern headlines. Greenland's strategic importance expanded dramatically during the Cold War. The Arctic provides the shortest ballistic missile trajectory between Russia and North America. Early warning radar systems were installed to detect incoming launches. Pitufik Space Base became part of the Ballistic Missile Early Warning System, NORAD Defense Integration, Arctic Radar Networks. In 1968, a US B-52 bomber carrying nuclear weapons crashed near Thule. The weapons did not detonate. Cleanup operations followed. Throughout the Cold War, Greenland remained embedded in NATO's northern defense posture. Missile warning time became a matter of minutes. Greenland reduced uncertainty in nuclear deterrence systems. The GIUK Gap, Greenland, Iceland, United Kingdom, is a maritime corridor that connects the Arctic Ocean to the North Atlantic. During the Cold War, NATO monitored Soviet submarines passing through this corridor. Greenland's western coastline forms part of this surveillance geometry. Control of this gap affects naval access between Russia and the Atlantic. Greenland is not only radar territory, it is naval filter territory. In 2019, US President Donald Trump publicly expressed interest in purchasing Greenland. Danish officials rejected the idea. Historically, the United States has purchased territory, including Louisiana and Alaska. Under modern international law, territorial transfer requires consent of the sovereign state, consent of the local population. No formal negotiations occurred. The discussion highlighted Greenland's perceived strategic value. As defense systems expand into the space domain, Arctic ground stations gain renewed importance. Greenland's latitude supports coverage of polar orbiting satellites. The Arctic is no longer only about sea and air. It now includes space. Greenland contains deposits of rare earth elements, uranium, zinc, iron ore. The Tanries project is one of Greenland's significant rare earth prospects. Rare earth elements are used in electric vehicle motors, wind turbines, military electronics, communication systems. Greenland's government holds authority over mineral resource policy under the 2009 Self-Government Act. Mining remains politically debated due to environmental concerns and economic dependency considerations. Arctic sea ice decline has increased attention to northern shipping routes. The Northern Sea Route shortens travel between East Asia and Europe compared to the Suez Canal path. Seasonal windows remain limited but are expanding. Greenland lies near emerging Arctic maritime corridors. Increased Arctic navigation influences trade patterns, naval presence, infrastructure planning. Climate shifts are altering maritime geography. Greenland's population is approximately 56,000. The economy relies on fisheries, Danish block grants, limited tourism, emerging resource development. Denmark provides an annual block grant equivalent to roughly 600 million USD. Political discussion about independence continues. Full independence would require replacing Danish financial support with domestic revenue. Resource development is often viewed as one potential pathway. The Arctic has gained renewed geopolitical focus. Factors include Russian Arctic militarization, NATO Arctic exercises, US Arctic defense planning, Chinese Arctic research and infrastructure interest, expanding Arctic accessibility. In early 2026, international reporting noted renewed diplomatic discussions involving Greenland in broader Arctic security contexts. Trade policy rhetoric and defense planning intersected in global forums. Denmark maintains sovereignty. NATO structures remain operational. Greenland's strategic relevance comes from intersecting systems. 1. Missile detection. 2. Space surveillance. 3. Submarine monitoring. 4. Rare earth diversification. 5. Arctic maritime access. Greenland's trajectory spans indigenous Arctic adaptation, Norse settlement and decline, Danish integration, Cold War nuclear infrastructure, modern space and mineral systems. Its importance is geographic, not demographic. Greenland lies between North America, Europe, and the Arctic Ocean. As Arctic conditions change, Greenland's role within global defense and economic networks evolves. The island did not become important overnight. Its geography has always been constant. What changed is how the world calculates distance, time, and access. Greenland remains where it has always been. But the systems around it have shifted, and in geopolitics, systems define power. Thank you for watching. If this inspired you, hit subscribe, like, comment, and share. Be part of our journey. Beyond identities, beyond borders, beyond divisions, our destiny is one. You are watching Next Horizon Global.